Top 10 Strangest Punishments in History. Number 10. Ducking Stool. Back in medieval England, public humiliation was a weapon. Women accused of being scolds, gossips, or even witches could be strapped into a ducking stool. Imagine a giant wooden seesaw hanging over a freezing river. She'd be dunked again and again while the entire town jeered. In some cases, the shock of cold water or the weight of the chair caused drowning. It was meant to cleanse bad behavior, but really it was a brutal public spectacle. Number 9. Scorpionpit. In ancient Persia, high-ranking traders or spies didn't always face a court. Sometimes they were simply dropped into pits filled with venomous scorpions. No weapons, no guards standing over you, just dozens of angry, stinging creatures crawling over your body. Some reports say they'd even starve you first, so you were too weak to fight. It was a terrifying combination of nature and justice. Number 8. Drunkard's cloak. In 17th century Europe, public shaming could be as creative as it was cruel. If you were caught drunk in public or accused of repeated drunkenness, you might be forced into the drunkard's cloak. This was literally a huge barrel with holes cut out for your head, arms, and legs. You had to shuffle through town like a giant walking cask while people mocked you. It didn't injure the body, but the humiliation was so intense that many swore never to drink in public again. Number 7. Earl 1-13 Brazen Bull. One of Antiquity IX's most nightmarish inventions. In 6th century BC Greece, a craftsman named Perillos presented his new device to the tyrant Phalaris, a hollow bronze bull with a door on its side. Victims would be locked inside and a fire lit beneath, roasting them alive. Pipes inside transformed their screams into bull-like roars. According to legend, Phalaris tested it on Perillos himself. It was equal parts execution and gruesome theater. Number 6. Spanish Donkey. This donkey was no child's toy. Picture a narrow, sharp wooden beam shaped like a donkey's spine. Prisoners, often soldiers accused of desertion, were forced to straddle it while heavy weights were tied to their ankles. The wedge cut into their flesh, sometimes fatally. The Spanish Inquisition used it, but so did European armies to discipline their own men. It was a slow burn of pain meant to break your spirit long before your body. Number 5. Poena cullei, the sack punishment. In ancient Rome, few crimes disgusted people more than killing your own parent. The punishment was called Poena cullei, or the sack. The condemned was sewn into a large leather bag along with a dog, a rooster, a monkey, and a snake, then thrown into a river. Each animal symbolized chaos and shame. Whether every detail is literal or not, the image horrified the public and served as a warning for centuries. Number 4. Rat torture, a grim favorite of European interrogators. A live rat placed on your bare stomach, covered with a metal pot. Hot coals or a torch heated the pot. The rat, desperate to escape the heat, claws and gnaws downward, into you. It was psychological warfare as much as physical. The waiting, the scratching, the realization of what's coming. Many prisoners confessed before the rat even touched them. Number 3. Lingchi, death by 1,000 cuts. Imperial China reserved Lingchi for crimes like treason or killing a master. It wasn't a quick beheading. It was hundreds of precise cuts delivered over time, sometimes hours, meant to keep you alive while erasing your honor. Families were shamed, bodies dismembered, and your name wiped from history. Western travelers who witnessed it wrote about the horror for decades. Number 2. Scaphism. The Persians had another nightmare method. Scaphism involved trapping someone between two narrow boats or hollowed logs, so only their head, hands, and feet stuck out. They were force-fed milk and honey until they vomited, then smeared with more honey and left in a swamp or lake. Insects swarmed, vermin bit. Days of exposure, infection, and terror followed. Historians debate how often it happened, but the description alone still chills. Number 1. Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden is the iconic torture device, a standing coffin lined with spikes that closed slowly around the victim. The spikes were placed to pierce but not kill instantly, leaving the person to bleed out or suffocate. Modern scholars think the real Iron Maiden was probably a 19th century mashup of older devices rather than a medieval staple. But the legend is so strong it still appears in movies, games, and nightmares. Which of these punishments horrified you the most? Comment your answer below. Tell me which dark bit of history you want next, and follow so you don't miss the next countdown.